I just remember the heat started getting to a point where I was starting to get unbearable. I remember last moment there was this massive flame that just goes right over my face. I hit the bottom, I knew that something was wrong. We're deep in the jungle in Veracruz right now, the eastern side of Mexico, in basically one of the most important meccas for waterfall running. My name is Rafa Ortiz. I'm a professional kayaker, and I came here to run a large waterfall, lighting myself on fire. I've been a kayaker for 17 years. I've been a professional for about 10. And my style is very particular in the sense that I'm very tough. I like to do crazy things. I remember this video from when I was a kid. There's this shot of a guy running a waterfall in the middle of the night, and he was covered in fire. I remember thinking, that needs to be done again, better. All of a sudden, we're sitting in Veracruz in the perfect playground to do it. You know, there's hundreds of different waterfalls, and particularly San Pedro, the perfect waterfall in my mind to make this crazy idea happen. This waterfall had a pretty simple approach that wouldn't mean a very complicated move. Then it would have, you know, a big enough free fall, but it would also have a very safe and accessible pool at the bottom. Every single one of the qualities that we needed for running it in fire. When we started thinking about fire, I thought it was going to be a lot easier, honestly. I thought that, you know, it was just going to be a matter of, you know, prepping, lining it up and going. But I quickly understood that we needed to have a learning curve for this. And on day one, everything came together for the first time.
Set, everyone? Hey, Rafa, give me a nod when you took your rest. 1 second.
One of the things that I've learned about myself is that I tend to have these crazy ideas, and in my mind, everything works very easily until the moment that I'm actually doing it. They lit me on fire. I can't breathe because of the fumes. There's all this heat that starts building. I need to be moving because I need the fire to be getting pushed away from me. And all these things that I hadn't even considered, really feeling the power of this heat and really being humbled by it pretty quick. Day 2, we got to the waterfall, and it was pretty hands-on, trying to come up with a plan so I could paddle into that waterfall covered in fire. As an athlete, I always try to put my skills to the test. If I'm not pushing my limits, I'm not learning, I'm not progressing. So I walked up to the waterfall with my big stove kayak through the jungle, and I talked to the crew, and I was like, hey guys, I think I'm ready.
Está en el kayak, ya, Rafa. Hey, set. Are you ready, Rafa? Take a stretch. Here we go.
I can barely breathe because there's all this fuel, all these fumes, and I don't think I was ready for that size of fire. The last moment I saw my line, I hit the bottom, I tried to flip over, I knew that something was wrong. I had hit my face with my paddle so hard that I had actually put my bottom teeth through my lip, and I had this huge gash on my face.
Okay, so Rafa's gonna need this time. Yeah, we're gonna need those.
I was really happy because, you know, I had really made happen what I came here for, but at the same time, I was kind of bummed, you know, because just one little thing, you know, a couple inches and it would have been fine, but I got this really cool war wound that will remind me the rest of my life how sick of an experience it was being enveloped in fire, dropping a 50-foot tall waterfall. Every day that goes by in my life, I keep learning. I'm not a young kid anymore. I've been a professional for over 10 years. I feel like I've got to a point as an athlete, I have this kind of constant hunger for learning. And I feel like as long as that hunger is still there, I'm gonna keep going.